play a little bit of what's in the bag. So I have a couple things from your, I guess, IMDb profile deep dive.
Okay.
So right off the bat, I have a little bit of, let's see, we have some dystopia. So what can you tell me about this guy?
You actually bought the, wow, this is crazy. All right, so Dystopia is the second production that I did in my hometown, Virginia Beach. It was created by me and raised the money and got it made and put it out. And it's been doing really well. A lot of people seem to like it. The TV show is better than the movie. This is the movie version. It's a little confusing, but that was because the distributor just wanted to do a movie version of it. I prefer if you watch the TV show on Amazon, but this was really awesome. You know, my mom's my makeup artist. My whole city and town's filled with love and laughter of this whole project coming together.
This has Simon Phillips in it.
Yeah.
He's in a ton of different features, like as far as like the indie community, the horror community. What was it like working with him? How did you get him involved with the project? Because this, not only did you act in it, did you write it as well?
Yeah, we wrote it, and we even direct. I'm not on as a director, but I directed a lot of the episodes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but we put Paul as the director on there. We all kept our roles, but yeah, this was just a whole group project. Actually, Simon was in. There's a film online called Worth the Price.
Yes.
And Simon actually was my bad guy in that. And I wrote this guy. I never met him before in my life, and I wrote him and said, "Hey, man, I was wondering if you would play my bad guy because I've seen his reel and he's really good." And he's like, "Yeah, totally, we'll do it, dude." Flew out to Virginia, we shot that, and in the middle of shooting that, we came up with Dystopia. The original name was called Mad World, and we couldn't get the rights to that name, but we ended up changing it to Dystopia, which actually fit. So so that's the whole story. But he's an amazing actor, and there's so much that went on behind the scenes that was even funnier.
Excellent, man. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of your crews, as far as the stuff that you produce, is typically from your area.
Well, Michael Bay's used the same crew for almost 25 years.
Yep.
And there's a certain synchronicity that happens on set that you need. You want things to be in sync. So when you build a crew with people that you're used to, there's a lot of things you don't even have to ask for.
Gotcha.
You come into a new set, as a director, and you're kind of like getting to know each other. Everyone's learning each other's energies, and everyone has their own opinion and judgments. And you're like, man, I wish I had my crew. So building the crew that I've worked with is just easier to kind of like communicate, or not even communicate. I might be looking at something going, and then so-and-so, my gaffer, will be like, yo, I think we need to do this. I'm like, done.
Yeah.
Or like, it's already been changed. It's just like you got this ebb and flow, and then you got people looking out for you on set too. So
yeah, everyone knows your style, and it's kind of a perfect transition to like a stylistic film that you were a part of, a very interesting cast, very eclectic cast, and you were a part of Electra Lux.
Yeah.
And you played Lamberto, and there's a lot of people in this film. So what can you tell me about that film? And
this was fun.
it's really good. I think it's super underrated, actually.
Honestly, I actually have never even watched this.
It's really good. It's really good.
Here's the funny thing. So my manager repped a couple of the people in the film. And last minute, she was like, "Hey, they're looking for a character to do this scene." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll totally do it." So it was like literally, she told me the day before. The next day, I'm showing up on set. So that I actually only got one day of filming with the cast and crew of this, but it was actually kind of cool to just meet everybody that day and work so quick on this. And so I never even saw it, but I mean, it was actually a fun experience to just work with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and all the other people in it. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, like Tiffany Timothy Oliphant's in it.
Yep.
He's fantastic. I mean, so many credits. But yeah, if you should check it out. It's weird how like porn biopics are actually really good. Like so I don't figure that one out.
That's really funny.
So, kind of going hands in hands with this, and this is a deep dive. I've had friends that were on reality shows. I actually made it to like the third round of the casting for Real World one time. And speaking of MTV, you were on Room Raiders. You knew where I was going with that.
Wow.
Everyone I know that has worked with MTV as far as reality shows have had typically bad experiences.
Yeah.
How was yours?
Oh, it was good. You know, it was the Room Raiders experience was really cool. I mean, you know, I even forgot. That was so long ago. I forgot how I got on that show. I want to say I knew someone in casting for MTV, and they were like, "Dude, will you do an episode of this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah.
And it's such a faint memory that I don't even remember.
Okay, sure.
No, I really don't. I actually don't remember too much about it. I would love to. Do you have a clip of it?
I don't. You know what? I will look for it and I will send it to you if I can find it.
Send it, because I can't even remember what I wore or
we need to scour, like, you know, people have it on DVRs somewhere or like old VHS tapes.
If you guys have it, please send it to them and send it to me. I don't even remember what room I showed.
Cut to the Room Raiders clip now. But you know, like, it's funny, most people that I know that have been on one of those shows, they typically say that they were found through MySpace, which is kind of funny now because MySpace doesn't even exist in the same kind of world that we are in today. So I think MTV now does it through like friends and people.
Yeah.
So
they do a lot, and then people know the casting guys.
Yeah.
So they kind of go out and scout.
Yeah. So jumping from that to, I guess, you know, why most people would be here outside of Scorpion King, you know, we're going to talk a little bit about, you know, Time Force.
Yeah.
And the reason why I want to bring this up is because of Vernon Wells. You know, what was it like working with him? You know, he's kind of a staple as far as, you know, the indie community lately. Seems like he's in every other horror movie. But I mean, most people know him from Mad Max and obviously Time Force.
Vernon, you know, Vernon was like an incredible, just experienced actor to work with in the beginning of my career because you know, I never did anything before Power Rangers, so I literally came in, into this and just watching him do his thing and do what you know, his preparation for as an actor was just such a big like gift to me. Because like I kind of just jumped ahead like 10 feet as an actor because I was like watching how he does this thing. And I'm like, I mean, most people don't get that. Like when you get to do your first, a lot of people's first roles is like some student film or college film, and there's no one really experienced in it. So you're all kind of like learning from learning from other amateurs.
Yeah.
When you get to work with someone who's like been in the industry for like 15, 20 years and been in films that are like Commando, he was multi-million-dollar films, and then I'm a new actor. I was like 17, 18 years old watching this guy. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Kind of gave me that like, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna actually try to do this now. And then, yeah. So I mean, he's still a hilarious guy, and we tease each other. If you ever watch the Time Force cast, if you just YouTube any Time Force panel with Vernon Wells on it too, and just pick out some good moments because we tease the crap out of each other, and it's hilarious to watch our panels. Me, Jason Font, Aaron Cahill, and Vernon, we literally just pick on each other so much, and it's just we're such a family. Yeah.
That's definitely true. I've been to a panel of you guys, and it was probably the highlight of the experience. So to kind of cap things off, I know you have always something, you know, coming up or around the corner. What can people kind of expect from you next? Like, what are you working on?
Okay, so I finally filmed. The TV show I wrote and directed about Lucas Kendall. It's called Lucas: A Force from the Future. It's kind of like an extended story of my Power Ranger character. I got to film the last scene and some flashbacks, but I'm also trying to work in a couple names that I've got coming to my selfie museum. So I built a selfie museum and a TikTok studio in Virginia Beach. It's in Pembroke Mall. It's called Copon Studios. It's also a membership photography and YouTube studio. So you pay a membership to come in and do all the creativity that you want. And if you're an influencer, you can come in and shoot in their selfie museum. It's perfect for Instagram and TikTok. And then we got guests coming out. So I have Zach, the original Black Ranger, Walter Jones, coming out August 7th, our grand opening. And then I also have Anthony Michael Hall coming out on the 21st.
Awesome.
So we're doing a Breakfast Club screening and 16 candles and then a meet and greet with him. But I'm also trying to get some of these actors in the film while they're there. So other than that, you know, those are the two main things I did this year, was building the Selfie Museum TikTok studio, and then also finishing that film project, that TV show on Lucas.
Awesome, man.
So yeah, I kind of been quiet about posting about it, but I kind of wanted to just post when it was kind of like more put together.
Yeah.
And maybe that's bad. I don't know. I'm not really like a pro at the social media thing, but I definitely, when you guys do see it post out, just please support it. I'd love to give you guys more of the show, Lucas. It's kind of like got a Walking Dead feel and dystopia feel combined, mixed with my Power Ranger character.
Awesome, man. Yeah, speaking of Power Rangers, and this is the last question. I wanted to wrap up with this. You know, we have the big Power Ranger fight coming up. Do you have a favorite? Are you going to be there? It's in Utah.
See, no, I can't be there because my baby is coming September 10th. My wife is pregnant, and the fight's the 18th, so I'll probably be changing diapers.
Gotcha.
But I'm Team Blue all the way. I just FaceTimed Blake yesterday, just sitting here chopping it up. But I think a lot of people are like, just kind of like looking over Blake's ability.
Yes.
Because Lasky has probably a little bit more experience, but Blake, I've watched him. He's got a heart of gold, but he's got a big smile, and a lot of people think he's soft. But that guy, I've seen him in the streets, man. That guy is strong, and he will knock someone out. And I think Alaska's got something coming for him. That's my brother, so I'm Team Blake all the way.
Okay. Well, I'm Team Red, so we're. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
So, gentleman's bet.
Yeah, gentleman's bet, and we'll see, because I think it's going to be, overall it's going to be an awesome experience just to watch both of them go at it. They've been talking about it for years.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that they're finally doing it now.
Yeah. That's all for the show. I appreciate you guys tuning in.